And let me see, spotlight speaker. I don't know where the oh, here we go. Spotlight my video and speaking. There we go. Okay. So I thought I would do something that's a little bit different, but it does relate to compassion for self and others. So the first thing I want to invite you to do is to take a position that feels most relaxed for you. So that could be laying down. You can, please, I invite you to lay down if you want to. That could be standing. That could be sitting up. And feel free throughout the practice to change positions. If you started off sitting down and you was too shy to lay down, please feel free to choose a position where you could be at your most, or at least as relaxed as possible. So I just want to invite people to get whatever props or pillows or blankets or whatever you need in order to feel comfortable. My phone is on silent. Can everyone still hear me? Okay, great. So one of the things that is actually quite powerful when there's a tremendous amount of upheaval that each of us can actually feel on an ongoing basis is to be able to tap into our own sense of autonomous relaxation or comfort, or the most comfortable, the most relaxed we can be in any given situation. And allowing ourselves, particularly those of us living in the far west of North America, and its emphasis, particularly in the United States, but not only, its emphasis on productivity, speed, multitasking, doing, and transactional, the transactional nature of things rather than rest, relaxation, relational, and appropriate velocity. So we take our relaxed position and then we just can say to ourselves even more, or feel into ourselves to just allow ourselves to relax even more. Particularly the habitual areas of tightness, like the hips, the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, the area right below the eyes and right above, relaxing our ears, softening the chest, the belly, the sides. And feel free to have your eyes closed or open, but just that they're relaxed. And if you fall asleep, that's great. This is a kind of almost guided rest. So no need to try to fight. And we're going to focus on 4 areas of the body: the feet and legs, the middle body from the knees to the belly, upper belly, the chest and arms, and the head and shoulders. So first, we can bring our loving awareness to our feet and our lower legs, our shins, calves, ankles, the bottoms of our feet, our heel, sole and toe, the tops of our feet, the front and back of the ankle. Feeling the feet, ankle, and lower legs. Bringing our awareness and attention to them. The feet are associated with the tiger that lives in the jungle. The tiger is meek or humble, powerful and quiet. It does not have to announce itself. It walks carrying its powerful, large, muscular body with absolute silence to both hunt and to get around. It doesn't have to make a fuss announcing that I'm here, I'm here. It's relaxed. It trusts the ground and the earth. It trusts its home. It trusts its place on the earth. It appreciates. Those are your feet and bottom legs, related to the color orange, bright and deep, like a gorgeous sunset, like an orange or grapefruit from the farmer's market, or like my favorite soda when I was a kid, Sunkiss. It's brilliant and alive and warm, filled with depth and invitation and a sense of relaxation. And our feet are related to exertion or moving forward, one step at a time. There's a saying in recovery communities when one is feeling very agitated, where are your feet? So when we begin to get too far ahead of ourselves and we start to feel anxiety, we can look and see where our feet are, and that's our ground. That's what we have to work with for this moment. Work with that first. Start with the feet. Where are your feet? Moving forward. Able to bear the weight of our bodies and carry us through.
He says, "I'd like some more food."
Next, we bring our attention and awareness to the hara, or the middle part of the body, which goes from the knees through the thighs, legs and thighs, the waist, buttocks, hips, to our belly. That whole front area of the body, stopping at the top of the belly. So it includes our guts, our intestinal system, our lower ribs, kidneys, our lower back. This part of the body is related to the lion that lives on the mountaintop. And the reason this lion lives on the mountaintop is because it leaps with incredible joy and strength and playfulness. So if the tiger is sort of on the ground and, keeping an ear or paw to the ground, the snow lion is uplifted, perky. This is the part of our body that's related to that perkiness, that upliftedness, that joyousness, pleasure, sensation, digestion, defecation, processing, fulfillment, power. Reproduction or sexual delight. And the color associated with this part of the body is white, like a cloud, or like an orchid, lily, like a little baby goat, like the snow on the mountain peak. It is fresh, it is reflective, it is clear, like crystal. It's like crystalline, like the diamond nature of our mind. And this part of the body is related with fire, energy, energetic quality. It's related to our discipline or our ability to complete tasks over and over again. Our gentle consistency without losing hope, that we're able to renew our consistency on a daily or sometimes hourly basis if we need to, gently. That's our discipline. We don't give up. It's related to our openness, our energy that's directed toward others, as compassion, as connection, as relation. So that's the middle part of the body. That's our relational part. Both back, sides, and front are related to opening energy directed towards others as connection and compassion and relation. Bringing our awareness to our chest and our arms. This part of the body is related to a fantastical animal that is part eagle, part human, and part phoenix called the Garuda. The Garuda has a huge wingspan. It's colorful. And it lives in the sky because it is able to have a bird's eye view or equanimity. This is our ability to deal with whatever comes our way, whether we like it or we don't like it. This is the ability to work with the moment rather than try to escape to the past or rush to the future. It's our ability to glide and settle in to what's happening right now. This is our ability, this part of the body relates to our ability to attract the resources we need and the stamina we need and the help we need in order to be in our lives. And it's associated with the color red, the red of our blood, the red of a beautiful flower, the red of love, the red of war, the red of warmth. This is our ability to not give up because we're able to be in what is arising rather than putting limits on ourselves and saying, I can only deal with what's easy or good. Have a broader view to pull back and see what's happening 360 degrees. Next, we bring our awareness to our shoulders and our head. This includes the tops of our shoulders, our shoulder blades, clavicle, our throat, our neck, jaw, this beautiful bowling ball on top of our head, the back of our skull, the top of our skull, the front, our face. This part of the body is related to the blue-black dragon who lives in space, everywhere and nowhere. The dragon appears when it is needed. It is both strong with its beautiful armored body and yet able to fly, has a soft belly, spends an incredible amount of time in rest, guarding knowledge that is represented by treasure, and not to hoard knowledge, but to protect it from being squandered. The dragon is able to breathe fire and also has an incredible sense of humor, intelligence, wisdom, but not just wisdom from knowledge or know-how, wisdom that comes from being in touch, and so being able to see prajna insight, see into the depth, the true nature of reality. This is a being with long life that's able to endure and see beyond the moment and see the moment as part of a larger set of moments. This is our deepest wisdom that we possess at all times. So I'm going to lead you through a series of contemplations related to these areas of the body. You can still hold the feeling of those animals and colors and aspects. You don't have to remember them exactly, just relax into the feeling. In my feet and legs. Within my body, I have this incredible confidence, contentment of feet and legs. Within my body, I have this incredible confidence, joy of my middle body, from my knees to my belly. Within my body, I have this incredible confidence, equanimity of my chest, arms, hands, fingers. Within my body, I have this incredible confidence, wisdom of the head and shoulders. Returning to the feet and legs. Within my body, I have this incredible confidence, contentment, confidence of contentment, that my feet are on the ground, that Mother Earth loves me and she is my home, and I am her steward, her child. I can trust her. Within my body, I have this incredible confidence, joy of my middle body, the connection I feel even when I can't be with others, that we can relate through the interwebs, through phone, through text, through waving and smiling to each other on the street, through thanking the people who are in our lives that bring us food or drive us places or make sure the lights are on, that there's relationship happening at all levels, and we can feel that connection and that energy that opens out to others towards relationality and connection and compassion. We can tap into that part of our body to remind ourselves that we have the ability to be in the day. Because we have some sense of discipline or gentle consistency. We can relax into that confidence. Within my body, I have this incredible confidence, equanimity of my chest and arms. As life arises and as circumstance abide and then eventually dissolve, can I be with each stage to the best of my ability without arrogance or pushing myself, and without cowardice or hiding, but to just recognize that this is what's happening right now. This is what's arising, whatever it is in me, in my body, in my relationships, and in the environmental world. I can be right here. I can embrace it. I can relax into the moment. And I can draw on all of my skills, internal and external, to help me navigate what's happening. In my body, I have this incredible confidence of equanimity that whether it's salty or sweet or sour or bitter, I can work with it. Within my body, I have this incredible confidence, my wisdom of my head and shoulders, my insight, my deep insight, or the sight, or the foresight, or the ancestors, the deep connection to the earth and the cosmos that's rooted in reality and that reality and that reality. That's not fantastic thinking, but that comes from practice, that comes from settling down, and then I can just appear in the sky as my most insightful, aware self. I can relax in space without reference point because that's my home. I can relax with chaos, taking care of practicalities and then relaxing. In my body, I have this incredible confidence of deep wisdom, prajna, insight, the nature of all things, piercing insight. Returning to the feet within my body, I have this incredible confidence, contentment. Moving to the middle body, within my body, I have this incredible confidence, joy. Moving to the chest and arms, within my body, I have this incredible confidence, equanimity. Moving to the head and shoulders, within my body, I have this incredible confidence, wisdom. So next, I'm going to ask you to bring your awareness back to your feet. We're going to do the same thing, make our way from feet to head. But I'm going to say the syllables. Ki, K-I, and so, S-O. Ki relates to our absolute ability to work with whatever is happening, our innate nature, our Buddha nature, or our basic sanity that is unconditional, right? It's not dependent on anything. It's always there. But sometimes we have a hard time tapping into that. So, S-O, is related to our material wisdom and know-how. That's related to our earthy quality of can do. And Ki and So work together to make it possible for us to engage our inherent and incredible confidence. So bringing our focus and awareness to our feet and legs, we say, Ki Ki, our middle body, So So. Chest and arms, Ki Ki. Head and shoulders, So So. Our feet and legs, Ki Ki. Our abdomen, So So. Our chest and arms, Ki Ki. Our head and shoulders, So So. Our feet and our legs, Ki Ki. Our abdomen, So So. Our chest and arms, Ki Ki. Our head and shoulders, So So. Visualizing the white tiger of your feet and legs, the orange tiger of your feet and legs, the white lion your middle body, the red Garuda, your chest and arms, the blue-black dragon, your head and shoulders, the orange tiger dissolves into your heart center where there is a beautiful sun, bright yellow, and the orange tiger dissolves into that sun in your heart. The white lion dissolves into the bright yellow sun in your heart. The red Garuda dissolves into your heart center's sun. And the blue dragon dissolves into the great eastern sun in your heart. Then the sun dissolves into light. And that light disperses through your body, radiating out to your room, your home, your city, your state, your nation, your continent, your world, your universe, your galaxy, and beyond. The bright light in your heart can illuminate all of the galaxies, all of the planets, and heal and restore. And we let that light just dissolve as it moves through time and space, taking its seconds, minutes, days, hours, and years to reach where it will reach. And then I'll just say some auspicious words. Kiki so so ashe la gyalo, which basically means ashe has many meanings. Ashe is energy. In Western African cosmology, it has to do with the energy of all things, like chi. In Tibetan cosmology, similarly, and it's also it is a power. La is above, LHA, and Gyalo has to do with may it be so. So Kiki, so Ashe, Gyalo, may all powerful good things arise and be victorious. Kiki, so Ashe, la Gyalo. Kiki, so Ashe, la Gyalo. Kiki, so ashe, la, gyelo. Letting yourself relax. Feel the groundedness as well as the energetic quality of our practice. And now I will dedicate the merit, which is to say that whatever relaxation or insight or rest or connection or feeling that arose for you or healing, that we return that or we dedicate that to all beings, past, present, and future, so that they may also experience our wisdom, radiance, and delight. By this merit, may all attain omniscience, may it defeat the enemy, wrongdoing, from the stormy waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death. From the ocean of samsara, may I free all beings. By the confidence of the golden sun of the great east, may the lotus garden of the Rigdon's wisdom bloom. May the dark ignorance of sentient beings be dispelled. May all beings enjoy profound, brilliant glory. So at your own speed, and truly at your own speed, you can stay where you are. You can come to another position of relaxation. And you can just come back into your body, into the room as you feel it. And I'd like to open up the room for questions, and you can either turn on your camera and your microphone, or just turn on your microphone and speak your question, or you can use the raise hand feature, or you can ask the question in the chat. And of course, if you have to go, you can feel free to just leave the Zoom room. But I'd be happy to answer any questions or yeah, anything that arose that you might be arising for you. Well, I don't know if I introduced myself, but my name is Shante Paradigm Smalls, and I'm the co-founder and I curate Weekly Dharma Gathering. I'm a Buddhist meditation teacher in the Vajrayana, a Tibetan tradition. My root guru is a gentleman named Sakyong Mipa Rinpoche, who I'm not really studying with. I'm not studying with now because he has a couple of years ago was revealed he engaged in some had a history of unethical behavior around sexuality, sex, and alcohol abuse, and some sexual harm and misconduct. So he is my root teacher, however. I currently study with Lama Rod Owens and Lama Justin Van Bujos, who are also, they are Kagyu Tibetan teachers who were born in the West. So Weekly Dharma Gathering is here every Wednesday, most Wednesdays, and probably for the foreseeable future we'll be here for free on Mondays and Fridays. And for those of you who came in late, you can look at the chat feature and see we have tomorrow a free a body work. We'll be doing some work around navigating groundlessness with body-based, with somatic-based movements. Monday is the second link, and that's Ashley Dinges will be leading Learn to Meditate. And then next Wednesday, Joy Gutierrez will be teaching on dissolving boundaries in uncertain times. So you can always go to weeklydharmagathering.com to look at all of our offerings, as well as our 7-day free trial, our discounts, and our monthly and yearly memberships. Okay. Now, are there any questions? Then the pitch. Okay, Jaham. I've been experiencing what sort of feels like stages of grief. First resistance, then acceptance, and now anger. Can you speak to any of this? Can you tell me what the anger feels like or where it's directed?
Hi, Shante. Yeah, just like I mean, there's so many places to direct it, at the government, at just kind of like systems of inequity to begin with. I had some clients of mine
Yeah.
or potential clients. Just yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of felt this like this surge of rage
Yeah.
earlier today, and yeah.
So feelings and emotions are information. And I think that in some cultures, and also I think in terms of sometimes depending on how we're gendered, we're taught that some emotions are good
Mm-hmm.
and some emotions are bad, or some emotions are positive and some emotions are negative. There are negative emotions in the sense that there are things that our emotions can actually poison us if we don't know how to work with the energy. That's true. But emotions are information. It's our intelligence arising. And anger, sometimes people say anger is emotion that covers something, sadness or fear. And I think that is often true. But anger is very interesting because it's also energy, and it's energy that wants to move. And so for me, when I'm feeling anger, a lot of times what I need to do is first experience it. And it usually informs me of something. It's usually trying to get my attention. That anger is because sometimes I'm too close to something, like I'm doing too much. And the anger or the rage arises because my system is saying, this overload.
Mm.
Sometimes the anger arises because it's telling me I need to move away. I need to have some more distance between me and a certain situation or a certain person. And I'm experiencing incredible frustration because I'm trying to make it work. And maybe what it needs is some aspiration or some space. So sometimes in a very speedy society like ours, it's always go, 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 go. And sometimes anger arises because I actually need some longer pauses between goes.
Mm.
You know, I'll return that email on Monday. You know, particularly now, ironically, many people, including myself, are busier.
Mm.
I'm like, how did this happen? Because capitalism has said everything can be done online. There's already the erosion of the split between home and work, and now there's none.
Mm.
There's absolutely no split between home and work. And as we know, as people who work from home or people who take care of children or elders know, you're not just sitting around at home not doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
There are things to be done at home. There's work that gets done at home. So I've had to really say, no, I can't do that. I'm like, 4 Zoom meetings is like, I think my limit for. Someone's like, can you do something tomorrow, Saturday? I was like, I have 4 Zoom meetings tomorrow. I can't, I don't know how, but I can't do anything else, And they're good things, but I was like, that's my limit, But more broadly speaking to your question, what happens to each of us when our routine dissolves? And when the speed, especially if we live in a speedy place, when that comes to a halt, what are we left with? And I think there is always grief with change, especially abrupt, major, and this is global change. And I think for me, what's been happening is I've been experiencing a lot of grief for many things you said, people who cannot stay home, for the fragility of these systems that I've been told are the only systems we can have. for the fear mongering that's been happening in this country and other countries for many, many years, for the realization that when you establish a country based on violence, so dispossession, murder, forced labor, that is what's in that's the base. And so as the system of exploitation becomes, I mean, you can't have people say, and other people agree, you can have people say, but you can't have people get on board with sacrificing human beings, our elders at that, for fake numbers, unless that's already part of the system, that's already part of the logic. So though that was outrageous, that's what the system of capitalism is based on. It's based on expendability of people. And so one of the things that I've been doing is really looking at how I have been plugged into the matrix. And what can I learn from this moment, this long moment, that I feel is a bow shot from the earth saying, getting my attention. Like, stay your ass home. And what's important. And so there are a lot of feelings that come up. Feelings of loneliness and isolation, anger, grief, feeling like I want to manage other people. You know, I was taking a walk with my dog yesterday, and there's a bridal shop across the street, and it's open, and people were going into it, and I was like, there's a stay-at-home order in Atlanta. And I just felt, I was just like, you know. And so, yeah, all of that is coming up. And so part of it is just to first let myself experience it. Experience grief. I'm feeling grief and experience it. And grief is not like on a timeline. And especially grief that, you know, we're experiencing grief as we're experiencing the pandemic, you know, so. Yeah. Thank you. Any other questions? Great. Someone said, I found it profoundly restful and empowering. I also felt energy within my body and also released some feelings. Okay, great. Oh, good. The warming colors in Canada. We now have emergency alerts notifying those who have crossed the border to quarantine themselves. However, the noisemakers you used were so soothing. Noisemaker? Oh, there were bells at the end. Oh, you know what you were hearing? You were hearing Drala scratch herself and that was her collar. She's in the other room, but she's quite loud. But I'm glad, oh, and you might've been hearing also my beads too. But yeah, Drala's scratching her collar. Puppy therapy. So I just wanna, you know, encourage you all to really take care of yourselves. I have days before COVID-19, I have days where I don't do any social media or very little, like a half an hour. And then my phone, you know, shuts the app down. So if you can do that, give yourself, I give myself usually, depending on the week, 2 to 4 days off of social media. I know it doesn't seem like it. My assistant also posts on social media for me, but that might be helpful. Or scheduling times of day. I don't really read anything, you know, like that at night before I go to bed. I find it not helpful to put that into my unconscious when I'm sleeping. Find bits of joy in every day if you can. So connecting to people through, there are 5 of us, we have a Marco Polo group and we send each other videos. We've had that for, you know, a few years now. So if you're able to go outside, being able to take walks with my dogs, that's really saving my sanity. And then I'm also just trying to practice gratitude. I'm like, okay, I have running water, electricity, and Wi-Fi. Okay. You know, when the Wi-Fi goes out and the electricity goes out and there's no more water, that's a whole other thing. But hot water. And you know, food, shelter. You know, there's someone, I've been noticing this homeless. I didn't realize she was homeless, but now I've seen her every day for like 5 days. And so now I'm trying to put together a little care package for people who don't have homes. So I just want to send you all love and so much support. Thank you for being here tonight and making this little digital sangha that arose and abide for a time and now is going to dissolve. Thank you for joining me and taking time out of your schedule. So if there's anything that I can do, feel free to reach out to me. Here, I'll put my email here. I have a new one. Oh no, I'm supposed to give you my assistant's email. Sorry, she'll get mad at me. Got fancy now. Now I have an email address with my name. And, you know, yeah, feel free to join these free sessions on Mondays and Fridays. And please feel free to, Karen is amazing. I'll actually say she's my somatic bodywork psychotherapist, and she is amazing. So she contacted me like a week and a half ago wanting to offer something for free. And she's really incredible about the body and helping to orient around the body and deal with trauma and fatigue and anxiety. So if you're free at noon EST, 9 a.m. PST, please join us. Have a good night, everyone.